Two Toke&Trans guys toke and talk life, love, and getting high. Grab a J and join us.
Some adult situations may occur. Viewer discretion is advised. 18 and only audience. 18 and only. Cut that. 18 and up audience. Trigger warning, sexual content, and genital mentions. Next subject. Bottom dysphoria.
Bottom dysphoria.
Do you experience bottom dysphoria, Aaron?
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%.
Really? Is it all the time? Is it like constant?
I am very good at compartmentalizing things. I think that is something that I can very, like, it's in that box, and I don't, you know what I mean? Like, mentally, as I go about my day, I am trying more Packers prosthetics more often lately, now that I have, like, I have my own house and everything, I have space, and I feel comfortable to do that and, like, try that kind of stuff. I'm very picky because I'm, like, really big on, like, I'm a sensory sensitive individual. I can't wear, like, crew socks because they go up the sides of my ankle. I have all kinds of things. I'm very particular. So, I'm still trying to figure out the solution for that. But yeah, I do have bottom dysphoria a ton. Yeah, a ton. Yeah.
See that, and I do not have a general feeling of bottom dysphoria.
Yeah, really.
Sometimes, what I would describe my urge to pack would be a confidence boost.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
That makes sense. It makes sense to
me.
Like
a bad bitch. Like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do feel euphoria when I had an STP and used it. I was fucking stoked.
Yeah.
But I have zero issue with my vagina.
Right.
And how it operates in its many ways.
Sure.
And
yeah.
I have no need or want or plans for bottom surgery ever.
Wow. Yes. Good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I do want to note that my bottom dysphoria is not as bad as some people that I've seen inside the group, like inside of the Lone Wolf District or others like Facebook support groups or Discords. Mine's not as bad as some people, like, literally cannot have sex with their significant other because they are so affected by it, and I don't have that problem.
So your dysphoria isn't as bad as some people in.
Yeah, like I can enjoy I can enjoy sex with my partner. Like, oh my god, I hate the word partner. I don't know why I just said that. I can enjoy it. I wish my job would be a whole lot easier if I had the tools that I wish I had, but I don't feel like it affects me or affects my sex life in any way. I think, of course, it would be 1,000% enhanced if I had everything I wish I had. But yeah, so and as far as surgery plans for the future, I couldn't. I think it'll be a minute in medicine, and I think I'll have to do so much research, and I'd have to see so many before and afters, and that's a lot of research, and that's a lot of. It's a lot of research that, like, you have to be in the right frame of mind for. So it seems to be like it always kind of gets put off, like, I'll learn more about that and look more into it later, or you look more into it and you know your options, and then you're like, oh, but finding it, and then how much, oh, the number, we'll forget it anyways, and, you know, This
is a good point you're bringing up, because I was talking with a friend, Alistair, who is looking into getting his top surgery. He's raising funds for it currently.
Yeah.
If you'd like to donate to his top surgery, I just want to mention his Instagram is @wasted.paint.
Yes.
And he's accepting GoFundMe donations for his top surgery right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he's a great guy. He's been working his butt off at Amazon.
Cool.
But trying to get this stuff together.
Yes.
And we were talking about it because I get into these points. You know, I'm very much about the positive self-talk, and I know you are too. That was something that you brought up in the Lone Wolf District.
Yeah.
It's super important, and it's more powerful than people think. The power of the word is so important.
Yes.
as you get older, I find that you find that to be more of a predominant thing in your life, that things that you speak themselves into reality. You know, you manifest
you will
it.
see that shit.
Right.
However you want, whatever you want to call it, and the many names it has. There's so many different definitions and all that, but at the end of the day, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Right. So, I feel when I'll get into these, like, you know, some boys have titties, like, whatever.
Sure.
Look at me. Like, I have trans tape and it's fine and I'm great.
Yeah. And I can feel it sometimes. Sometimes I'm feeling it. Yeah.
Right, and I'm like, okay, whatever, like, I'm a bad bitch. But then other times I'm like, I swear to God, if I don't get top surgery, I'm going to lose it.
I'm not leaving my room. I'm not leaving my room. I need a minute.
Yeah, I can't. You put on a shirt and it's like, I'm not flat enough, like, nothing is ever going to get me flat enough.
Fuck
Why are
this
these
one,
on me?
fuck that one, fuck
right,
this one. None
I get so hot and sweaty and I want to jump off a bridge and punch myself and pull my hair out.
Also, you can't put trans tape on when you're sweaty, just so you guys know.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So forget that.
And I have a skin condition called CIU, chronic idiopathic urticaria, which means I get chronic, so all the time, hives. Urticaria is hives. And idiopathic means we don't know why.
No, it means
so
no
clue.
clue.
I get chronic hives all the time for no reason or for multiple reasons. I found that I have several triggers, one of which is stress.
Good luck.
So I'll be stressed that I have titties,
Sure.
and then
I'm surprised you can use trans tape.
What?
I'm surprised you can use trans tape with your skin condition.
Yeah. Yes. It's a lot of hacks, like using ice packs.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I do, when I do get flare-ups, I do get it under the tape.
Yeah.
And you and I both know you're not supposed to scratch over the tape because that's going to cause a lot of undue friction.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's going to mess your skin up.
Yes.
I'm always telling Aaron to stop scratching. When we're on video, I see him scratch. I'm like, you better stop it.
This is I took a week and a half off, 2 weeks almost off, because I've had COVID, so we've been home, so... Right. I didn't wear anything, and then I just put tape on yesterday, and I'm just feeling like $1,000, and it's not itching, so I don't know. I'm just, we're still learning, and we're gonna make so many episodes about trans tape, y'all are gonna be sick of hearing it.
I took a 3-day break, and this application's been on for 2 days. I haven't wanted to itch once.
Oh, nice.
I'm lying. I had an itchy spot right here, so I just lifted the tape up and cut it right there, and now I'm fine.
We'll leave it alone. Give it some air. Sure.
Good. I put some salve on it right there. Totally fine.
Love it. Bam! Oh, I literally was just taking clips, trans tape. Oh my gosh, so much good content coming to their Instagram too.
Yes. Okay, so
according to the notes, Chapter 3.
There we go. Bottom dysphoria. We talked about that.
Yep.
Binding with asthma / while fat. Mention Aaron's discount code for his top surgery fund. Hey guys!
Aaron C. You already know.
Aaron C. at checkout at transtape.life.
Yep.
Will save you money on your package and also donate a small amount to Aaron's top surgery fund.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Let's yeet them teats.
Yes, I'm on the path to get top surgery. And
yes, oh my God.
It will happen.
Circling back before we move on to this next topic.
Yes.
When something I wanted to mention that we talked about at the Trans Tape Festival is enjoying your anatomy as it is.
Yeah.
Because you discussed, if it's okay for me to mention.
No, you're good. Go ahead. Yeah.
That a possible delaying of your top surgery till after your honeymoon night because
I mean,
you enjoy your current upper anatomy sometimes.
Yeah, I'm able to for sure. I think the sensation is nice. I can enjoy that. I think the lack of seeing trans bodies is tough. So it's hard to even see my own trans body and like be like, okay, damn, like I can work with some of this, like I can feel good about this or that, or so I am delaying my top surgery. I do because one, I make a lot of content with trans tape and I like educating people and I want to make sure that I feel good about the amount of content, and I know I put a lot of content out, but I have so much more planned, so I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that
Disclaimer.
that I want to make sure I do everything that I want to do with them. And
Disclaimer: Aaron regularly gets it on.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Up top, Aaron's a slut.
Wrong. I am engaged. I am engaged and happily engaged. Yeah. So yes, I can enjoy them. I want to be able to enjoy them, and I want to make sure that I'm not rushing choosing my surgeon, which is another big one. I could, of course, you can choose the one that's nearest to you, or you can save a little longer and go to someone that's farther from you that has more before-after pictures. So yeah, I'm not ready yet, but I will be ready soon.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's just
I
where
think
we
it's
are.
really important to know for our listeners that there's multiple ways to be trans,
Yeah.
and hating your body is not one of them.
No. No. We don't want people to ever feel that way. Ever.
Right.
So.
And, despite what some discourse from some people might say, dysphoria does not equal transness.
I agree. 1,000%.
You can experience it or you cannot experience it, and you
Sure.
are valid as
100%.
fuck. That is our
I'm glad
our
we're on the
opinion.
same page with that. If you're not,
Yes.
I don't know if you should. I mean, you can subscribe if you want to, but that's just not how we do things around here.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Okay, moving on. Binding while fat and
Yes.
with respiratory disease.
Respiratory.
So, you'll excuse me, Aaron.
Yeah.
This is my topic
This is your chapter, chapter BEAU. I am also chunky, and my technique has
like
evolved. But BEAU is. I learned from BEAU, so
Aaron, you're so sweet.
take the chapter.
I have way more tape than you, though, so.
You do, yes. I could use more. I could. But honestly, I don't go anywhere. I work from home, so I go from like inside the house to my building and back. So
Yeah.
it's fine. Tell
So,
these people. Tell these people.
As we know, I'm fucked up head to toe. I've already mentioned my skin condition, CIU. I also have... Jesus.
We smoke. We're smoking. This is a Toke&Trans, so we're smoking and coughing, and that's just how it has to happen.
Yeah, it just happens, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I also have pretty severe asthma as I'm smoking weed.
Well.
But that's okay.
Yep.
Weed is a bronchodilator, and also it is how I medicate my other conditions in the old noggin, you know? Yeah.
Oh, that'll be an episode also.
Oh yeah, that's for another day.
We got it planned, folks.
So, as a weed smoker with pretty severe asthma, and also a trans guy
Right.
who's fat with pretty big titties, you know, who's got chest dysphoria, got a bind, wearing a compression binder, a traditional binder, is not the motherfucking way, is all I gotta say. Because, first of all, I'm fucking fat. That shit is not comfy, and it's so... They make them all, like... Oh my god, I could go on this forever. They're not, like, everybody's body is different, and all the ones in the one size are all the one size.
Yeah.
And,
That's
like,
true.
not everybody... You know what I'm saying? Like, my titties hang
It
low.
goes
My titties hang
somewhere
low.
else. Everybody's
Right.
goes somewhere.
Yes, it goes somewhere else. So my titties hang low. I needed a longer binder, but like I can't always afford the full tank. It's so fucking expensive. And also, then I look like a can of biscuits fucking popped open because I'm fat. That shit ain't realistic for my body type.
I don't feel confident in it either. I feel like I'm like saran wrapped, and every inch of your rolls are. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and you sit, and then you're like,
no.
Like.
I got
and then
you.
You get the cleavage, and you're always doing this, and dudes don't do this.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, we're like not trying to have cleavage. That's the point of wearing it.
Right. Yeah. So, I was browsing oh, and oh my god, my back, the slouching,
Yeah.
the pain, and they say you can only wear it for 8 hours, but I'd be at work for 10 plus, hours. What am I
Yeah.
gonna do? Take it
A
off in the middle
lot
of
of
my
people
shift?
work more than 8 hours a day.
Yeah, like that's just not. It's what you should do.
Right.
But there's also not a lot of research done. And we do know that it causes musculoskeletal damage. So I was on Instagram, and I saw, you know, I'm following more trans accounts, and I saw, I think it must have been like on my For You page or something like that, someone wearing trans tape. Someone very thin. And it was always thin people, you know, back in the beginning.
Right.
Back in the before days.
Are you talking about the Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yes.
The Instagram.
Yes.
And the tag.
Yes.
There was a lot of skinny people with tiny titties.
Yes, and the logo looked like this.
Yes. Yes, the logo looked like that.
Sorry,
Yeah,
as you were.
that's really bringing it back. And, I tried KT tape, because that's what I was seeing these skinny guys do, and I literally used a whole roll.
Yep.
And it's like $20.
Yeah.
And the strips are this big. I had to cut them in half, because they were so long. I had to cut them in half, and then layer them, and pull them in such a way my skin was ripped to shreds, Aaron. Yeah.
This is a trans tape small.
Oh my god.
This is KT tape.
It's like a third bigger.
Yeah, I had to cover it for my trans tape clip so we don't get sued. But
Yeah.
that's how small it is.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah, this would take a lot of tape for anybody.
Yeah.
Small or not small.
Yes, it takes, I mean, some very, very small people can use it. And that's what I saw, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just use more.
Right, yeah.
No, bitch.
No.
That shit tore me to shreds. It was so painful. So then I saw trans tape, and I was like, no way, because it's going to be the same thing as KT
Sure.
tape. No,
Yeah.
First of all, it's bigger. I used the large, and, like, it took me a while, but I knew, like, even when I was getting it wrong, it felt more supportive, and I always felt like, okay, if I could just get it this way, and then, Kai had messaged me, seeing my, like, review on Instagram or whatever, and he was like, round your corners. I wasn't rounding my corners. And he was like, you need to round your corners, that'll stop the blisters. And I was like, alright, okay, and I did. And it did. He was right.
Right.
Round your corners.
He made this stuff. Yeah.
And I was having issues following the instruction manual that it came with. That way wasn't really working for me.
Yeah.
And I was getting frustrated.
The method of that it shows.
Yes.
In the
illustrated
manual.
method that it shows.
Yeah.
It wasn't really working for me.
Sure.
Because my titties were so big, it was just kind of wrapping my titties instead of binding them down.
Yeah.
And no matter what I did on my own, wasn't working. But then Kai suggested laying on my back. So I laid on my back, and that made it better, but not all the way. So then he suggested bending forward. And I was like, what? How is that going to help? And he said, if you bring the fat all the way down, and then push it to the side while you're bent over, like, gravity's going to help you.
Right.
And that's what worked. And that's how I got a really good bind.
Nice.
And eventually I started playing around with using a vertical piece.
Yeah.
And that really helped pull up the shape into that pec shape.
Yeah.
And I'm also fat, so like this kind of titty is
normal.
I mean, fat guys have titties.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like it's
we're not trying to go completely to zero. You want to just make the shape of the pec.
We're doing a comfortable, realistic bind.
Exactly.
With a realistic silhouette is what we're trying to achieve.
Comfortable.
Yes,
It should be pretty close to comfortable.
Yes. It should be. So, there's zero compression here. I have no pressure on my ribs because it ends right here.
Yep. It does not go all the way around.
It does not go all the way around. I have full range of motion. I have full ability to breathe. I can take my medication in whatever form I'm able.
Yep.
Sometimes my asthma is bad enough that I can't, in which case I change my method. But this is the easiest method for me, and with my asthma medication and not being freaking constricted for 12 hours a day with a binder, I'm like, how often can you sit and look at you? Like, I'm looking at myself while we're recording this, and how often can you sit looking at yourself with no shirt on and enjoy it?
Yeah,
you know?
And be like, oh, okay, yeah.
Right.
Come lay on my chest. Yeah, that's it.
And, like, it feels weird at first, because when's the last time you taped your chest to the side?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, if it's your first time using trans tape, you've likely never felt that sensation before.
1,000% no. You're like, I'm supposed to just take this tape and know how to... No.
Right, yeah. And we have several tutorials on our YouTube.
Yes, we've got a ton and more coming. Right,
yes. That's the important thing. Because there's so many different types of bodies. And if you're a regular trans tape user and you have found your own method, it would really benefit other people for you to upload your own tutorial.
Sure.
Like, tag us or do it on TikTok or YouTube, whatever method you Instagram.
Yeah.
And it would really help. You can share your tutorial, and it'll really help our customers.
Absolutely.
The more bodies that we have represented, the better.
Yeah. And more people can see someone that looks more like them on the screen.
Yes.
And that's
absolutely.
That's what we're trying to do around here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And oh, look, on our list here we have
Chapter 4.
The myth of passing / catering to the cis.
Catering to the cis.
Basing your worth on the cis believing your gender is a slippery slope, Aaron.
It is. And you could fall on your face.
I just think that it's understandable to have it be a goal.
Because it feels good.
Know? It feels good. It does. It does feel good. But also, getting that, you shouldn't depend on that to feel good in your own gender, because that's when it becomes unhealthy.
Yeah.
And catering to cis people is not how we get what we need from them.
It's dangerous, and that's not how you should live your life.
It's causing an expectation that's harming the rest of the trans community.
Yeah. And
people like me, who might not pass because their voice might not reach a range that is passable, and who act feminine, might not get a beard, enjoy wearing a skirt, wearing makeup, and gets misgendered. Passing is something that harms gender expression, because you're saying that as a man, I have to look and exist and sound and behave and carry myself in this manner so that I can be gendered correctly. And I am absolutely guilty of that, because I make decisions going out the house that are like, what's going to help people see me as I am.
Oh shit, this is definitely not going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and in doing that, I sacrifice some of myself, because I want to go out with my hair in 2 buns.
Yeah.
And wearing sparkly lip gloss.
Yeah.
And I stopped wearing makeup in general because I got tired of getting misgendered, even though I feel much more confident with my eyebrows filled in.
Sure.
And
that's so dangerous.
Yeah, your true happiness isn't worth sacrificing it so that you can get that little ounce of serotonin from the cis people gendering you correctly. When we need to be our job as trans people is to be our most authentic selves, so that we can normalize our existence, so that the next generation of trans people who want to wear skirts if they're more masculine, or be a tomgirl if they're more or a tomboy if they're more feminine.
Absolutely.
So that they can exist in this way without having to deal with the pressure of wanting to pass.
Yeah.
We have to eliminate this.
Yeah.
I really think so.
Yeah.
Stealth has its, you know, you wanting to be stealth for safety reasons, for you know, family reasons, for any other reason. Whatever reason you have wanting for being stealth is totally valid, and you're not indebted to anyone.
Right. You don't owe it to anybody.
Yes, you don't owe being out as trans to anyone, and that's not what I'm saying. But if you are in a comfortable enough position to be existing as an out trans person, I'm not saying you have to scream it at the top of your lungs, but, right, a visible trans person is such a tool. It's such an asset, not like a tool.
Yeah, man, these trans got fucking tools, man.
It's such an asset to the future generation, and how we can set up their future for their expression, and how we can eliminate a generational trauma just by being our most authentic selves. And I mean, that's why I'm so visible on social media, acting the way that I do, because I don't act typically masculine. I never have. Why would I start just because I realized I was a man?
And you're
still
supposed
the same
to.
person.
Yeah,
right.
quote unquote.
I play Animal Crossing, and I like makeup, and I like pink things, and, you know, suck my fucking dick. What are you gonna do about it?
Like, back the fuck up, yeah.
I learned this from somebody, and this is my mantra that I say sometimes when I'm like psyching myself out of like wearing something I wouldn't wear. Who's gonna beat my ass about it?
Yeah. Who?
Is anybody gonna beat my ass about it?
Sure.
No? Alright, then I'm fucking wearing my red overalls.
Yeah, because that's what I want to wear. Yeah.
That's what I want to fucking wear. I'm gonna fucking wear my. I'm gonna paint my nails. Who's gonna beat my ass about it?
And that's something you could say in the house, like when you're psyching yourself up, and you could be at the bar in your head, like, man, none of these motherfuckers are going. Who's gonna beat my ass about it? You know what I mean? Like,
no one's gonna beat my ass
y'all
about
motherfuckers are gonna say shit. All you're gonna be doing over there is whispering while I'm getting drunk with my hot date. Back the fuck up. You know? I mean, that's just how it is.
Without a shirt on, who's gonna beat my ass about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm going in the men's room. Who's gonna beat my ass about it?
Yeah.
No one. Not a damn soul.
Yes. Please do so safely also.
So, yeah, definitely do so safely. And here we have our ending tagline here.
Yes.
The point is, there's so many ways to be trans, stealth or not, dysphoria or not. You're allowed to exist as you are. You deserve to be recognized.
You deserve to be recognized.
Amen.
I feel like BEAU says so many good things that, like, you're like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, repeat that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good, BEAU. Also, because of
like
BEAU's beautiful technique and trans tape, use BEAU 10 when you go to check out if you're using...
No, we're using Aaron C because Aaron is saving money for his top surgery fund.
But BEAU has his own technique, so use BEAU 10. I don't have my own technique.
Use my technique, but then use Aaron's code, please. That is my demand. As the owner of my own code, I would like to relinquish my code over to Aaron's code, please.
I appreciate that.
If you like my tutorial and you benefit from my method, use code AA.
You're sick. You're sick. You're sick and twisted.
I love you.
I love you, and I'm so glad we're doing this. I think it's gonna be good. We obviously have so many topics to go down. We're gonna have, you know, I think we'll probably just end up taking them one at a time and just dive. You know what I mean? Just talk all about it because there's so much to be said. I feel like there's so much education to be done, and yeah, so if you enjoyed this podcast, if you enjoyed this video, you know I'm gonna already ask you to drop a like and subscribe because you love us. You like our personalities. I mean, we're dressed nice. We like to talk to you. We're going for the Blue's Clues Steve vibe that just happened. Like, we're here for you, and you can just come and...
Great, bitch.
Yes. Exactly. We're here to help you feel good and to learn and educate others on what it's like to be trans in today's society. So, yeah.
Smoke Halloween.
And smoke Halloween. We didn't talk about that a lot this round, but Lord.
Follow Aaron on TikTok.
Yes.
And join his Facebook group, The Lone Wolf District.
Do that.
Enter his monthly giveaways based on engagement and activity. It's so fun.
Yes. Please.
And you win crap.
Yes. What? What?
And you win crap!
You win crap. Yeah, I mean, gender
Like a bunch
affirming
of
supplies save lives. Oh my god, it rhymes. Oh my god, it just made a t-shirt of itself. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. We love you. And yeah.